What's happening, Wisdom Warriors of Light? Back at it for another video. How y'all doing, man? Happy Monday. Happy Monday. I know that I've been kind of MIA for a bit. Um, been going through a lot, man. I've been going through a lot of interesting downloads. A lot of interesting stuff has been coming through from the Akashic Records, from just me channeling, from me just downloading from experiences I'm having with others. Um, it's been super interesting since the last video that I posted about a journey into the Akashic Records. And, you know, I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you, man, who have subscribed, who continue to subscribe, who have been long-time subscribers of this channel. I'm truly grateful, man. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. And I'm going to keep on making sure that each and every day that I come on this channel, record a video, that it's coming from my heart. And that my heart is fully and completely open, wide opened, every single morning that I wake up. I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys to do something if I'm not doing it myself. And one major thing that I got from a channeled message yesterday was, am I waking up or showing up in the world with a fully open heart? And I've been getting different chances, I guess, to tell whether or not I am fully opened or I'm not. Just in situations when I go to the park and I cross paths with someone, and how open am I when I wave and say hello, and how open are they when they wave and say hello? And I had a really interesting gauge. I was able to gauge last week when I went to the park on Thursday, and I walked past this beautiful lady, and I proceeded to say, hello, how you doing? And she goes, great, how are you? And interestingly enough, I felt her to be very wide open and light. Her energy was light, and there was something so profound about her energy, and it just really, really felt great, you know. But then there was times that I could tell that I had a bit of a wall up. And when I was at the lake, I guess a couple days prior to that interaction, there was a gentleman named Alan who I was standing outside my car looking at the water, and he walked over and started to try to conversate with me. And I felt when he started off the conversation that I was closed off. I could feel it. And then when I match up the two interactions with him and with her, how I felt in both situations, and how did I feel, how did they feel, how did they respond, how did I respond? And it's something I've been very much so paying a lot of attention to, as to how, like, I feel when I walk past someone, and how open do I feel and how closed do I feel. And I definitely felt when Alan approached me and started talking about hawks, and that there's like a hawk's nest or eagle's nest across the lake, you know, and I felt very closed off, or not very closed off, but closed off. And so these interactions and experiences that we have are giving us kind of gauges that we can use, like, how did it feel with this person, and then how did it feel with this person days later? What did it feel like? These are all, you know, essentially messages we're getting from the universe to gauge whether we're showing up with an open heart or closed. And I set the intention this morning after I heard this guided channeling message, or this channeling message, that I'm setting this intention that from now on I'm going to do my best show up and wake up every morning with a fully wide open heart, no matter what. Because that is when you receive the beauty and the abundance from the universe and magic and synchronicities and all kinds of things, and people walk into your life, and that you're like, oh my God, it feels like I've known you forever, and your soul tribe comes in, or your romantic soulmate, or the more closed off you are, the more the universe can't give you these things, the more non-receptive you are to receiving these things. And then we complain and wonder why the universe is not giving us the things we're asking for, but in actuality we're closed off. We have a wall up, we're blocking it. We're blocking the financial abundance, we're blocking the romantic abundance, we're blocking the soulmates, the soul tribe, these beautiful magical experiences when our heart is closed or closed off, or we have walls up. Not to say that these people won't come in. You're just going to basically kind of disregard it. You're not going to be open and receptive to it coming in. And so that's just a little bit of what I've been kind of experiencing. I've been doing some inner child healing. I've been getting downloads and messages in the Akashic Records, not only in the Akashic Records, but when I go in nature. I told you guys I was going to talk more about it. I just had my first 2 classes of light language, and I felt right at home. I felt exactly where I needed to be. There's no accident that I met this teacher. There's no accident that I signed up for this. There's no accident that I was led to it. It's funny because when I was a kid, I was in sign language class, and that came up on Saturday. I started to have visions of my childhood starting to show up. Visions of when I was a young kid, and I kept getting like the age 7, around age 7. And again, that's also what happened last week when I made contact with my inner child. And yesterday it was so profound because we did a relationship practice, when we were doing practicing. And the messages I got was I'm healing the relationship with myself. And I found that to be so deep and so profound and so beautiful. And I'm so glad and grateful that I listened to my gut, my intuition. I listened to the guidance that I was receiving to sign up for this class. I'm grateful that I didn't go with fear and not do it because oh my God, it's too much money or blah blah blah. I'm glad that I listened, because today when I did a practice Akashic session, they definitely came through saying that they showed hands on my back, like I'm being protected, I'm being guided all the time. There's nothing to fear, there's nothing to worry about. I'm completely and utterly protected and being guided by my angels, my guides, the universe. And if we more and more lean into that, there won't be fear. We won't have the chance of our lights being siphoned from us, like what happened to me a couple different times in my life. And I vowed to never go back to that. I vowed to never experience that again. I vowed to never allow myself to sink that low into fear. And I'm so grateful and happy to be on this light language journey, because it encompasses everything that I've been looking for my entire life, which is communication. Because you are using your hands, which is communication, a form of communication. You're using the voice, another form of the mouth, the voice, mouth, same thing, another form of communication. You're using, trying to remember now, singing, talking, hand movements, writing. Those are all forms of communication. And when I had to get in front of the camera, in front of the class, I didn't have to, but she definitely says we need to at least do it once. I got up in front of the class more than once. But the last time I did it, I found myself extremely vulnerable. I found myself with my voice was very low and soft and cracking, and it was like I was burning up and sweating. Like I was sweating and hot, and I knew, man, this was not easy for me to do. And I was talking about how as a child I was, and this was the visions I was getting like Saturday night between the first and the second class. I was getting visions of me hugging my mother or father's leg and holding onto it tight. I was getting, just where I was hiding myself. I also got a vision where I was doing sign language in class in high school, and I was doing it for the song Glycerine from Bush, and I had to sign language that in front of the class, and lo and behold, like I was faking it, and I do remember that. I barely even knew it at all, and I was struggling, and I got up in front of class and I was praying that no one knew that I was faking it. And in actuality, I really wanted to know it. I really wanted to know how to sign language, but I didn't. I couldn't pick it up. It was very, very difficult for me. Because as a young age, I struggled with, and I think it goes deeper than me just not learning the language. It's a form of expression, and I was bullied, and I was just taught that I was made fun of when I expressed myself. And whether it was with family or friends or whoever, when I was being my authentic self, I was made fun of. And so a lot of that was coming up between Saturday and Sunday, between the two classes, between the activations we received. And so it was really, really profound and really, really healing from a huge level. And I'm so grateful. I felt really drained and exhausted, and I still kind of feel that way. And I'm going to definitely rest as much as possible to the rest of the day. I just really felt called to record this video and just be expressive, express myself, express me and all of me, like, so those have been things that I've always wanted to do through theater, through acting. I was acting when I was young, and then something happened and I started to really run and hide, because I think that me being made fun of and things like that, and it got to me, it triggered something within me to run and hide myself. And that's the part of me like hugging my mother or father's leg, and I really did majority of while my dad was alive, I was like in his shadows, and I was hiding behind him because he was very bold and confident, and I wasn't, and I had low self-esteem, and I struggled with all of that, and so I ran and hid every time I did try to express myself. And the first moment that somebody would make fun of me or criticize me or judge me, I ran away and ran and hid, and found myself deleting my channels on Instagram, or the other whatever, that Periscope, or which is still up. I never even deleted it. But it was interesting though. I can get on here and I can be authentic and from my heart, but then yesterday I really felt self-conscious. I really felt insecure when I had to get interestingly enough, I didn't feel nervous, but once I really, like, there was something pushing me and forcing me into raising my hand and getting up in front of everybody. But I quickly said to her, I realized why I'm here. Because I've been saying for so long that I struggle with communication with people. And when things get really rough or tough or confrontational, I run. Not all the time, it depends on the person. But there is, like when I was dating people or dating women, I found myself to be outspoken, even in person. But I don't know. It was like a time and place, I guess, or certain people pushed me to my brink, and I ran and hid. Because I just didn't want to. I didn't want the confrontation. I didn't want to argue. I was tired of arguing. So I guess in certain aspects I did, and then others I didn't. And then certain situations I faced it, and then others I didn't. Like, when back in 2001, when I had to do a lecture in front of all these people and stand in front of them, and I didn't want to do it. I wanted to run and hide, but I ended up doing it. And it was a great thing I did it, because I met a lot of people and connections and all of that. So, well, I believe that everything is like building us up, building our confidence up, building our self-esteem up, building us up to be who we truly are, step in our power, be authentic. And the Akashic Records have really helped me tremendously, especially meeting all these different people from all walks of life and all around the world. And I'm so grateful I've done it, and who I've met has been amazing. So I think that's where I'm going to leave it for today. I just wanted to speak about my journey thus far. I'm going to continue to talk about this and bring you guys along on this journey of light language and Akashic Records. And I see that the video I posted the other day about the Akashic Records and my journey really did well, and a lot of you liked it. So I'm going to talk more about these things and come from a fully open heart, come from a heart-centered place, and just speak my truth and be authentic, man. And I'm learning more and more about myself and about this journey, and 470 something videos in, and I'm still learning who I am and what I'm here to do, and just being real and being authentic. And I hope you guys love it, man. I really, really do. I value you. I value myself. I respect you. I respect myself. Just be prepared, man, because this journey of my life is just beginning. And, there's going to be traveling vlogs and all kinds of stuff. And, I'm just going to keep showing up and speaking from a true authentic space, and just sharing the experiences and the knowledge that I learn and grow from, and bring to you all, so you guys can learn and grow from it too. And I'm so glad and grateful for each and every one of you on this journey with me. So if you haven't already, please like, subscribe, share, and comment. If you made it this far in the video, I thank you so much. I'm truly blessed and grateful to walk this journey with you all. And please subscribe, man. I'm hoping we can get to 500 soon. It's 500 subscribers soon, so I can start going live, and and just answering questions for you all, and just conversating, and and just getting to know each other, and sharing our like-minded stories and friendships, and maybe one day we'll meet in person. I love you all, man. Take care of yourselves and each other. Do some self-care. Go within. Explore yourself. Explore you. Explore nature. I love you all, man. I will see you in the next one. From my heart to yours. Take care of yourselves and each other. And let's go, Wisdom Warriors of Light. We got this.